Ready, Kris?
As ready as I'm going to be.
Ready as ever, baby. Hello, everybody. It is me, Darcy. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the podcast, the Unnamed Podcast, where I sit here with this guy for about a time, and we talk rubbish. And this is a very special episode for us, Kris. This is the 100th episode, hence why we are both sporting fine moustaches and aviators.
100%.
Because we're too sexy for this. Welcome back, and yes, this is a very special day for us. It is our 100th podcast. We've been doing this for 100 episodes, almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Actually, I think a week under 2 years because we did miss 2 podcasts in the time that we've been going. And yeah, so we made it. We did 100.
Yeah.
And for those of you who saw the first podcast, where I'm pretty sure it was mainly a Star Wars rant, we fucking did it. We made it. We're here. Everyone's happy about that. And Kris did, in fact, shave. Not a new look for me, new look for Kris. This is the first time this chin has seen daylight in
5 years.
5 years. That's 5 years of beard gone.
Yeah.
Anyway, as we often do, let's start with a little bit of channel news. Kris, what's been happening on the channel this week?
Well, on Monday, it was Satisfactory.
It was Satisfactory, and it was a pretty good episode of Satisfactory, if I do say so myself, and I can't remember most of it. I do remember killing you, though, and that's always a good thing.
Well, you didn't kill me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
That's the episode where you jump onto something that I remove as you jump.
That's right.
It's even in the thumbnail.
God damn it.
Yeah, no, so
it killed me.
Satisfactory's gone really well. We will be filming more of that in the days to come. Probably sometime in the next week or so.
Yeah.
But you know, not today, because today we have a whole lot of mustache related filming to do.
Of course.
So, you know, lots of mustache filming to do. We'll talk about that towards the end of channel news.
Yeah.
But Satisfactory came out. It was a good episode. I liked it. We're kind of achieving more of what we want to achieve. And yeah, so I think I actually helped out this time. I was at base doing building. I built a walkway back for Criterium.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I couldn't remember what you did.
I was building an awesome sink.
Yes, you did. And you were getting rid of something.
I was just putting copper straight that I was mining straight into it.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But yeah, no, it was very, 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 very fun episode.
Indeed.
Satisfactory is kind of a mixed bag with episodes. You know, if we're really productive, generally it's a little bit more boring because we're very much on point. It's like, this has to be done. This got to be done. Whereas when it's kind of like, oh, we're just kind of waiting for this to happen. It's like, oh, okay, well, I'm just gonna go out and do some shit, and that's when I do my best work.
I don't know if I'd call it best work.
I would. So that came out. That came out
Monday.
Yes.
Yeah. And then yesterday, because we're filming this on Thursday.
Could just say Wednesday. It's
No, but I have the habit of saying today. I have the habit of saying today.
He's got to be vague with it because we're like on Wednesday. So Wednesday's not vague; it's incredibly specific.
It is. Yes. So on Wednesday. It was Subnautica.
Was indeed.
I don't know what happened in there. I haven't watched it.
I got a prawn suit. That happened.
A prawn suit?
Yeah, it's like the mech suit that you walk around in.
Oh. Does it look like a prawn?
No.
So why is it called a prawn suit?
Water. Technically I don't have it yet. I just have the ability to make it. It has some ingredients that I got no idea how to make.
Okay, fair enough.
I started my exploration of the giant crashed spaceship. Another spaceship got shot out of the sky because I'm bad at the game and did not do anything to stop that from happening.
But you're supposed to stop that from happening?
You can. If you're really good at the game, you can have it so that when it arrives, it's the gun's offline.
Oh.
But I'm not good at the game, and if you've watched any of my Subnauticas, you'll know that I can't even drive without crashing into fish.
Have you aim for some of them?
Nope.
Oh.
They just kind of get in the way and then bonk, 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 bonk.
I've seen you aim for them, though. Not in the videos. I haven't watched them.
Oh, well, occasionally you just like fucking. I aim for the sharks when they annoy me.
Okay, well, fair enough.
Buggerlogs.
Yeah.
I did actually achieve some stuff. Oh, I managed to do what I really needed to do. If you've played any Subnautica, you know that one of the biggest drains on your resources is batteries and power cells. Okay. So I finally have my power cell charger and my battery charger. So my CND batteries can be pumped up. Yeah. I just don't have a bunch of dead ones lying around anymore.
Huh. That's weird. Yeah.
Unlike real life, though, when you do have dead sea batteries in Subnautica, you can't put them in a sock and hit people you don't like, so...
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. It's a little bit of a disappointment.
It's very disappointing.
But yeah, no, fun fact about the Subnautica, though, it wasn't actually supposed to be Subnautica. It was, in fact, supposed to be a Halo.
Oh.
But...
It's very different.
When I tried to film the Halo, I couldn't get into any games. And the one game I did get into, it was like, game starting. And I was like, yes. And then it was like, game over. And I was like, no, I didn't play.
Oh.
So I didn't end up filming that. And I was like, oh shit, now I've just got to find something that I've already got filmed. So it was Subnautica, even though the Subnautica did come out the week before. I don't usually do that. We got two Subnauticas. There's still a third one to come because where I cut this one off is like halfway through my exploring, and so I just continued exploring and did another episode. But the Halo will be coming out tomorrow after the podcast. Because I did actually manage to film it, and I do want to talk about that because they've added. So I was playing Halo Infinite, and now after playing it, I'm like, Kris has to install Halo Infinite on his Xbox so that we can play some together. Because I've been playing the firefight mode, and I don't know, you've never played Halo, but the firefight mode is like PvE.
Oh. And
so they've brought it back. It used to just be like wave survival, but for the moment with the new season, they've got this mode called, I think it's like Fall of Reach or something.
Yeah. And
like it's wave survival, King of the Hill, but it is a lot of fun. Like and that'll be in tomorrow's video as well as some infection, which I'm terribly bad at. Fun fact, in all of my playing Halo, the only time I actually really was good at infection was back in Halo Reach, and that's because I was just like, Halo Reach was peak me. Me at Halo. Like that's where I got to like number 150 in the world. So nice. I was quite good at it. But normally I'm a Halo tactical slayer kind of guy. That's not in the rotation anymore, so I can't play it. So I've been playing. So I went back and played some Infection because Infection is just good fun. I came 12th and 11th out of 12.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
It was not
to be fair, and like watch the video because the guys I'm playing against use a sneaky tactic which I did not know about. And
okay.
And that's why. And I never got the opportunity to use that tactic. I was a zombie. And then immediately killed. I like spawned in and I was like just walking, I saw a zombie and I'm like, oh, well, I'll help that guy by shooting that zombie. And then the guy ran off and the zombie's just like, I'll kill you then. And I was like, guy, I was being your friend.
No.
Yeah, I was left out, hung out to dry by Guy. But yeah, no, so that's coming out tomorrow. But yeah, this firefight mode, like, it's such fun. And like the waves get increasingly harder as you go through. Obviously. Yes. So it's like I played 2 games of it the other day when I was filming it, and I was just like, the first game we absolutely got wrecked. In the second game we absolutely wrecked. But I was actually a little bit more used to playing Halo in the second one because I haven't played Halo in a long time. This is a return to form for me.
I wouldn't say return to form for me though,
but
I wasn't great.
Yeah. Like I was like in the first one, I was like, yeah, okay. In the second one, I was like, bang, headshot, you know, running some rights, accidentally stood on green floor that immediately kills you. That was my bad. But, you know.
Okay.
Watch the video. There's a really cool part at the end of the, I come in clutch. I absolutely wreck the guys at the end of it. So watch that. You'll see my clutch moves. You'll be like, that guy, I want to be like him. Yeah, and then other than that, you know, what's been happening channel-wise? Well, we've filmed the next 2 episodes of Minecraft.
Yes.
one of them would have been coming out tomorrow, except because it's exam period and my brain has been fuzzed for the last like 3 days because I've been dealing with year 11s and year 12s. I was just like, no, I'm not doing it. So I didn't get the footage of Kris's side, so I couldn't edit a Minecraft, so that's why you're getting Halo. So there will be a Minecraft next week. There'll also be the second last of Kris's first playthrough through Gears of War. And something else, probably something we filmed today, so probably Mario Kart. Now, talking about what we're doing today, because we are especially moustached, we'll be doing some mustache-related games. So we've got Murder on the Orient Express. That'll be happening.
Yes.
We'll be doing some Mario Kart because race car drivers have moustaches, or at least should.
Also, Mario does, so it makes sense as well. Except neither one of us races Mario.
No.
Or Luigi.
Absolutely not.
No.
We'll do some Keep Talking and No One Explodes because dealing with bombs, mustaches, obviously.
Yeah.
That's a good one. And yeah, so we're gonna do a little bit of a mustache medley tonight to try and get some mustache footage out there. Because Kris is embarrassed about his mustache. Very embarrassed by it.
I wouldn't say embarrassed.
You're gonna shave it off.
Oh yeah, I'm not a fan of it. It's not an embarrassment. It's just I don't like the look.
Keep it for like a day. Go to work. No, keep it for the weekend. Keep it till the end of the weekend. Go to work tomorrow, and like people will be like, "Wow."
Just not gonna throw them off just because I'm shaved in general.
Yeah, but then you'll have a fabulous furry upper lip, and they'll be like someone will walk up to you and try to give you like attitude, and they'll like, I can't give you attitude. You've got too much authority. You got the authority of the mustache.
Oh no.
Yeah. So that kind of wraps up all of the kind of stuff that's been happening this week on Channel News. Kris, what else we got for Channel News?
We're up to 152 now as a subscriber count. Yep. Would you say 75,000 views?
75,000 views. It apparently ticked over in the sometime this morning or yesterday or sometime since I last looked at the channel.
Whenever that
which was Tuesday night.
There's been a bit of time.
There's been a bit of time.
Yeah. What was it when you last looked?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. You didn't pay attention.
It doesn't tell. It only pops up with stuff like that because it's like an achievement.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Because, you know, YouTube is like Microsoft. They give you achievements now.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a positive.
It's worth 52 gamer score.
Yeah. Only works if you've got a gaming account.
No, it works for makeup accounts as well.
Oh,
that's
cool.
why they've got all the gamer score.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, so yeah, that's awesome news. And as I said, like 152 subscribers is actually massive. For those of you like, because I always check the analytics, it's like we were talking about it when we hit 135. How like in less than a year, like about a 6-month period, we jumped 100 subscribers. Well, I was showing Kris the analytics today. In the last 28 days, we've jumped 30 subscribers.
Yeah.
So you know it's fucking amazing. It's we've gone from averaging I think like 2 subscribers a month to averaging a subscriber a day, and that's pretty awesome. That's really gratifying stuff.
Good job, guys. Keep that up.
I love ya. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that kind of just wraps up most of channel news. I don't have anything else to add there. Do you have anything to add?
No, I don't think I've got anything to add this time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we'll just roll on into the next part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the next part, well, we might as well talk about the week at large, Kris. What you been up to this week? Anything exciting?
Oh man, birthday on Sunday that is just gone.
Yep, Kris has officially turned 29.
Yeah.
He's celebrating his last year in his 20s, and as such, he will soon have to learn how to drink the amber liquid we call beer. Otherwise, his kidneys will give out by the time he's 32.
Ah, that's fine.
He wasn't going to make it there anyway.
No. Other than that, went to Great Couple.
Yeah,
on the Sunday.
Saw the Snapchats of it.
That was a good day, but very sunburnt. To be expected.
That's that happens.
Yeah.
You know what I did on Sunday?
What's that?
Edited.
Mine was a lot better then.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a good trip, good place to go.
It's not bad. I can. My problem with like doing stuff like that is always, I don't. You've known me for a very long time. I'm the type of person that's like, okay, let's go do this, and I'm having fun, having a good time. But then when I'm not, I'm just like, okay, now let's sleep.
It's true.
I can't do that with a ferry service.
No, you can't.
And they're like, oh no, you're on the island until we decide you're off.
You sort of got to book at what time you want to, like beforehand. It's like book at the time you want to go and the time you want to leave.
The other problem is that I'm not big on like the fact that a lot of people are like, oh yeah, we'll go over to Keppel. What time do I have to be there? Oh, like 9 in the morning. It means I have to be up at like 8 in the morning.
Yeah, look,
it doesn't compute for me.
So the worst part about it, there was actually an earlier time. I didn't go to that time because fuck that. Fuck being there at 7:30 in the morning.
I've been there at 7:30 in the morning. It sucks.
I know it does. I've done it too.
You're like, would you like a free coffee? And I'm like, no. And they're like, oh, but it'll probably help you wake up. I'm like, if you give me a coffee right now, I'm just going to pour it in someone's face because I'm infuriated.
Why did I come here so early?
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah. No. So we went for the 9 o'clock one, came back at about 4.
Yeah. A few people went there this weekend because Caleb was there on Saturday, I believe.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah, no, he told me the Friday because we didn't end up going out. I was like, oh, is anyone out? Yeah. And he's like, no. And I was like, sweet, I'm staying home.
No, people didn't end up going out, but it was after that.
Yeah, I know. I got a message from Kris being like, everyone's out. And I was like, yeah, but everyone else is...
It wasn't really everyone, though.
That was you. She's like, Kris is out. And I went, yeah, but Kris is trying to impress a girl. I'm not. Kris is being social because he's trying to impress people. Like that.
Fair.
Plus, I kind of knew that this weekend's going to be a doozy.
Yeah. Unfortunately for me, I work this weekend, so...
Still going to be a doozy.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I was just kind of like, yeah. I'm in my antisocial phase at the moment where I'm just like, if I don't have to go out, I'm not going to. And if the people I want to see aren't out, I don't want to go out.
Fair.
And I was kind of like, yeah... Because I knew that Jordan, because I also got a message like, oh, I'm at Josh and Sophie's with Jordan drinking. And I was like, oh, I don't actually want to do that.
Yeah. No.
Although, like, I probably should have done it because I didn't realize that Josh was actually leaving the next day.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I was like,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I probably should have gone and, like, wished him, well on his trip.
Yeah. That's fair.
And then had a chat to him about it because I know he was super excited to go back to New Zealand and this is the first time he's actually got to do it in a while. So I was like, I should have gone. It would have been nice to kind of send him off properly, but yeah. It is what it is.
Too late for it now.
Kind of funny, though, because, like, the whole reason he went to New Zealand was to spend Father's Day with his kids. But by doing that, he left his newest kid.
That's
I was just like, oh, that's brilliant. His first Father's Day with Cara. And he's like, okay, fuck you. I'm off to see my other kids. Oh, no, it was... but no, other than that, I was like, fucking, it was a good day. It was just like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. But I also knew that they were going to end up going out, and I was like, I love them, but I don't really want to go out with them because they're niggers.
True.
I'm like, the last people in the world I really want to go out with is Jono and Connor. I'm like, because they will ruin my life. And then I got messages from Jordan, and I was like, yep, I made a good call.
Yeah.
Because he was sending me messages from the goat's bathroom.
Yes, he was. We were sitting there and we were like, Jordan's upstairs, he's sending me a bunch of snaps, and then he walks past and like, he was still in the toilet. Oh my god, what was he sending me? Oh no.
No, it was, yeah.
Thankfully, it wasn't what I was...
No, it was just classic.
It was
Jordan
just
fair.
Him talking on the toilet.
Well, he wasn't, yeah.
But he doesn't remember any of it.
Yeah,
and
obviously.
And it was too loud for me to hear any of it. So I don't know what he said.
I'll tell you later. It's not great.
Yeah, no, I didn't think it would be.
But I was just kind of like, oh, Jordan. And he was pretty much saying stuff that I would have been saying to him in the same situation. But I was like, the fact that you're actually saying that makes it all the much worse.
The worst part is that he doesn't remember anything.
I won't be here. Oh, I'm being stupid. Oh. I was like, fuck Jordan.
Yeah.
Man. As I'm a big proponent of, like, go out and have fun if you want to go out and have fun. But when you're sitting on a toilet sending Snapchats about how you're being an idiot and you don't want to be there, go home.
Yep.
That's the call.
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah. No, but as I said, like, I was just kind of like sitting there being like, oh, okay. And Clay's just like, Kris is out, and I was like, oh, I don't give a fuck what Kris is doing.
No, that's fair.
I'm gonna watch the football. I'm gonna. That was it. Actually, no. Then I came downstairs and did something. I think I played baseball because I've been doing a lot of that recently.
Fair, fair.
Because I like that game. I love that game. What am I talking about? I love that game.
True.
If you want to see some of that game on the channel, let me know in the comments below, and I'll put some of me playing my campaign in baseball on.
He'll do it.
It's not incredibly exciting, but I fucking love it. It's a great game.
Yeah.
People should play more sports games because they're fucking brilliant. I could imagine you getting into my character on NBA. I think I could pitch you doing that.
Maybe one day.
And then other than that, bought a new game this week and last week.
Yeah.
At some point I bought a new game. I've been playing a bit of that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, 40k Road Trader. Not a bad game. Isometric RPG.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Actually, I think I saw you playing it the other night.
Not very far into it, but it's good fun. It's good fun.
Yeah.
I unfortunately haven't been able to play lots of it because one, I'm playing other games, and two, it's been go to work, come home, edit videos. Before going to work, edit videos.
Yeah.
Stop editing videos. It's it's 11:30 at night.
Yeah.
I'll play for half an hour, an hour. And
Yeah.
it's I actually need to go to bed now because my brain is cooked. But yeah. But I've been playing it, so hopefully in the next couple of days, because obviously school holidays approaching means that I'm at the point where I'm about to go on holidays. Loving it.
Yeah.
Which means that for a wonderful 2-week period, I'll be able to do pretty much all the stuff I'm doing right now in a day.
Yes.
So I'll be I need to do some editing. Sit down, edit for 5 hours straight, and just be I've got 4 videos out there.
Yeah.
Whereas at the moment, it's I gotta edit. How much time do I have? Oh shit, I've got 2 hours before I start work. Oh shit, I was gonna get myself lunch. Okay, by the time I've got lunch and I've had lunch, I'm okay, I've got an hour and a half to edit this fucking shit. Okay, and then you start editing and you're oh, there's gonna be a long edit. Shit. And then you don't get it done, then you gotta come back and remember where you are. It's the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
It's the life. But so this is the stuff that I'm choosing to do. I don't have to be doing it. It's not earning me any money. But
True.
I'm enjoying what I've learned from it. And I think that's a big thing.
That's always good. I've learned. Not a lot.
Zip.
Not a lot.
No, but other than that, there's things I've been I'm thinking about for the channel I'm going to because for some reason my Hitman game no longer recognizes that I've done all the missions.
So you're gonna go through and do all the
Hitman. So I'm gonna go through and do all the missions properly. So it'll just be me. It won't be me and Kris like normal Hitman. So the anarchy shall
it's not really anarchy.
No, it's not anarchy. It's more inability. It's more inability to be able to do things properly.
Yeah.
The anarchy will probably be there because if you've ever actually seen me play Hitman, there's it's kind of like everything I do, where it's planning. The plan hasn't worked. Okay, what's the next option? I have a machine gun.
Fair.
And so it's
it's that time I went into a crowd with a machine gun.
Yeah.
That was recorded. The audio failed?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was also.
Or did you lose the audio?
No, the audio disappeared.
Oh, that's right. And then you lost the video and then found the video. Yeah.
That was a really sad one for me too, because I think that was one of our first times ever attempting to record.
It was. And
we did it we got really drunk doing it.
I went down a track.
And I was just lying on the ground yelling at people.
Yeah. I got called a monster by Darcy a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also lied on the screaming on the ground, screaming out urinate.
No, that was a different one.
No, that was the same one.
No, it was a different one. That's why we were recording out there. First time we recorded Hitman was for the other channel, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was that one.
You sure?
Yep.
Could have one that was out here though.
No. That one was out there because it was back before I had all this set up for streaming in here.
Yeah, well, I know that, but it was the thing of...
And the Xbox was out there at the time. I think it was that literally last time they were painting this room. And then we started the new channel, the second one, which is the one that we're currently on because I completely lost all my passwords for the last channel.
Yep.
That also started while they were painting. It was exactly like 2 years apart because I painted in here like before the pandemic and after the pandemic.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll accept it this time, but I still think it was in here.
No, it wasn't. It was a 2.5 hour recording out there.
Okay, fine.
And yeah, because it shouldn't have been 2.5
No,
hours.
it shouldn't.
It's just I think the rules we were doing were like shots, constantly doing shots. I think we were constantly doing shots. I think we drank a bottle of vodka.
Oh yeah.
And we were only up to like the 3rd step of a 5-step escalation.
Oh, that's right. Because we went down the track of what was it? If you get seen, you've got to have a shot.
Yep.
If you kill someone, you've got to have a shot.
Yep.
If you start a firefight, you could have like 2 shots. And then once you're in the firefight, how many people do you kill?
Yeah. I think we're also
and
getting
then
shot
if
for
you
shot. I'm fairly sure we were sitting there being like,
I'm pretty sure we fought
you do a shot and I'll do a shot and then we'll both do a shot. And then like literally, I think in your first attempt, you were like, bang! And I was like, oh, that's a shot. And then like a dude turned around and was like, bang, bang, bang! And I'm like, oh, no.
I started a firefight so quickly and I would have killed like 12 people before dying. And dying was like 3 shots.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah, no, it's
It was fucking great. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then passing an escalation was also a shot.
It was a shot to pass, but it was like 2 or 3 to.
I'm pretty sure it was 3 if you failed.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It
wasn't our best idea.
And whoever was not playing at the time was like, okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh shit!
Yeah, it was rough. Like I think I figured it out. It was like, oh, okay, because I was like, basically, I don't want to be able to get through without having to do at least 3 shots. And so I was like, oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
Shot for kill, shot for end.
Shot
for being spotted. I think there was also a shot for not taking like a shot if you were spotted, but then if you were spotted by cameras and you didn't destroy the thing, it was 2 shots.
Yeah. It was a weird thing of
there was a lot of rules.
You were guaranteed to have to do 2 shots because you had to kill the person,
and
so there was a guarantee.
Finish.
Yes. So there was technically 3 shots.
Mm.
But the problem was you could have a shot while going through if you got seen, but hid and they left. It's like, okay, quickly do the shot now. But when you get into the firefight, it's just tally all of them, and as soon as we finish.
Oh shit! And it was also a drink for every time you knock someone out. Because we also had normal drinks there as well, and we were just like, okay, every time you knock someone out, you don't have to do a shot, but you do have to take a sip.
Yeah. So you are hoping to only ever have to knock someone out.
Oh shit, that was a fucking insane day for us.
Actually, no, that was the second time we did it.
Oh, that must have been.
Yeah, because the time you were calling me a monster, I was killing people for the sake of killing them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I remember I hit someone in a
Oh yeah, I think that was the one that we did on. I think that one's actually come out. That escalation actually came out.
I don't think so. I thought that was the one you lost either the video or something got corrupted. So there was an issue with that one that one was definitely for the first channel. I know that.
I know we did one where you were hiding. I was calling you a monster and you were hiding bodies for this channel.
I'm not surprised, to be honest. But the one for the old channel was I hit a body in a mulcher.
Mm.
And then you're like...
Yeah, no, I remember that.
Yeah.
Because you turned it on.
And I started walking away. You mentioned something about turning it on. I was like, well, at least you didn't turn it on. Walked back, turned it on.
Yeah. that's the shot.
That was the one with the horrible joke where I found a screwdriver.
Yes.
And I'm like, ooh, I can stab someone in the eye. And you told me that I couldn't stab someone in the eye because you didn't get that option, at which point I said it was super disappointing. Then I went and found another screwdriver and said, ooh, 1 for each eye.
Idiot.
And then later on I found a pair of scissors and it said, hey, do you know what the upside to a pair of scissors is? It took him a bit. He didn't figure it out until I was like, the upside is you don't need a second pair to get both eyes.
Idiot. But yeah, no, that was all last channel stuff. That's pretty crazy because that was before the pandemic. That was the first time we attempted it, and then it was like the pandemic happened, and obviously we were just like,
screw it. Oh well.
And then I got the job where I was like fucking working so much and like just dying inside. And then I was like, nah. And then we started this channel.
Yeah.
And now we've been doing it for almost 2 years.
Yeah. Actually,
100 episodes.
Yeah. Whew. How far? 2 years now?
Literally like a week.
Oh, there you go.
So, not next week, but the week after will probably be
that 2 year mark. Fair enough.
Yep. And yeah, but the channel has changed a lot in those 2 years. And, you know, like, I feel personally that we do so much better now than back then.
Well, back then we weren't comfortable in front of this.
But also at the same time, it's like other things like the way we film, the way we edit, all that kind of stuff. So much more streamlined. Whereas, like, I remember back in the day, a half-hour video used to take me like 4 hours to edit. And now it's like, oh, I got to put out a short video. Oh, shit, I could probably knock one out about an hour.
I think one of the biggest changes for me is Jaden used to call me an NPC because I wouldn't talk much. I would just, if Darcy then directed to me, it was like, oh yeah, okay, I can say something now. But otherwise, it was like quiet, listen, nothing else.
Yeah. But you know, like, man, it's you know, I was thinking the other day. I was thinking about like this the other day. And I was like, wow. But how much has changed since we started this? How much have we actually improved since we started this? I'm like, pretty a lot.
Yeah.
But I was also kind of sitting there and just thinking about, it's like, you don't think about that on the day to day. Like, you don't think about that, and you know, you're like, oh yeah, I'm so much better at this now than I was when I started.
Yeah.
And it's like, obviously there are people out there who are a million times better than us.
Cool.
But, you know, like, in terms of our own personal growth, you don't compare it to other people. That's stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I was just thinking about other things, and I was like thinking back to university, and I was like, oh my god. Now that I'm like,
you had plans.
Oh, even then, like, man, international terrorist.
That was one of them.
Should always have a fallback, guys.
Yes.
No, but I was like sitting there, and I was like, oh shit. I'm like, the person I am today. I'm like, holy crap. If I went back to high school Darcy, he would not recognize it. Because I was like, I was sitting there and I was like, because I also got in contact with some of my old mates from uni.
Yeah. And
like, we're gonna catch up and fucking chat and play some games together in the next couple of weeks. And we haven't done that for about a year now. Yeah. And we used to do it like once every kind of month. And I was just kind of like, oh shit. And I was like, man, I was so glad that I, like, just, because I was just sitting there one day, I was like, I should send Will a message and, like, just catch up with him. And, you know, Will's a really good mate of mine. Pretty much the reason, so loud. Pretty much the reason I got into board games. Because, like, I was not really into board games until...
Definitely wasn't after school till after school for me. It was probably... I want to say probably about 7 years ago for me that I started getting into them.
Don't drink out of hands.
Yeah, fair enough.
One, cans suck.
Oh yeah, they kind of do.
2, nice glass that just says James Squire is so much nicer.
And you paid so much for it.
Yes.
Yes.
Had to buy a lot of skinny jeans. Those of you who are wondering, these are my stolen cups that we used to steal from the pub.
Yes.
And the way we'd steal it is you'd just chuck it in your jacket or you'd chuck it in your pocket. But I had this one mate who thought he could steal 4 at a time, and he just stuck them in his skinny jeans in his legs.
Yeah.
And, you know, skinny jeans by their very nature don't have a lot of room.
No.
Now, they do hold the cup nice and secure against your leg, but as you walk, the cup then shatters.
Yes, it does.
And you end up with a bunch of broken glass in your skinny jeans. If you're wondering how that goes.
It actually goes into your leg.
Well, he didn't get himself cut up, so that was pretty impressive. Yeah, well, because it broke, the side of the glass was where it all broke into. So he had a piece of glass, like a non-broken piece of glass, with all the broken piece of glass shoved up against it.
Okay, fucking lucky him.
Very lucky him.
Fuck.
Yeah, but we broke so many of the glasses we stole from the roundhouse.
I'm not surprised.
Like one guy, I had this really big one. Like, I was the only one able to steal one of these. It was a pint glass. It was a little creature's one, such a nice glass, and I would always use it for when we were drinking. And then one day a guy was like, and dropped a glass into it and just shattered it.
Oh.
And I was like, you motherfucker.
You dick.
That was a rough day for me, especially considering it was still full of alcohol. And I was like, and everyone's like, we can't drink that now.
No, we can't.
Like, it's full of glass. And we're like, wait, but maybe. And we're like sitting there like, we're like, no, this is a bad idea. But maybe. Well, let's just put it this way. You think university is full of the smartest people you know. And it's true.
It is. It very much is, yeah.
But they're drunk.
They can be very dumb at times.
They're very drunk.
Yes.
And when incredibly smart people are drunk, incredibly stupid things happen.
Oh,
because it always comes with the self-assuredness of someone who's incredibly smart, and they go, "Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. I'm very smart." But they're also inebriated, and their brain isn't working properly, and they're like, "Okay, so I'm very smart, and that's why I know I can jump over that car." And you're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that sounds right." And then they just straight into the side of it.
I'm not surprised on that one.
Yeah. Or the time that I was like, there was a line of cars, right? We're at uni. Yeah. I was walking back with my burrito. We're going back to the pub.
Of course.
I was just mugging on my burrito, like, and then I was like, oh my god, a line of cars. And everyone was like, holy shit. And there was like a perfect line of cars all just parked. I'm like, I've always wanted to do this, but I've never had a perfect line of cars.
Yeah.
And had the time to do it. And so I just like, I'm going to run across the roofs, just like they do in the movies. It turns out cars' roofs aren't that strong.
No, they're not. No, fuck no.
And I was like, got on the first one, I'm like, oh, it's starting. I feel it moving. And jumped off sideways. I was like, we never tried it again, but I was just like,
no, in the movies, they're 100% put braces under those so you can run and walk.
That's 100%, Luke.
Because the moment you step on the top of the car, it fucking caves.
It starts going like this, and you're like, oh shit.
It's like I had to get on the top of Jordan's car at one point at his parents' place because I had to reconnect the roller door. Because like when I was doing it, it sort of disconnected, and then it's like I couldn't get it to the remote to work, so I had to reconnect it all. But to do that, I had to get on top of Jordan's car.
Not fun.
Yeah. That luckily popped back out.
Yeah. As I said, you stand on it for too long and you leave a perfect end.
Oh yeah, we'll stay there from then on.
But yeah, we were just like, oh, such a shame. Because like, you know, you're in this perfect point. You're like, I can.
It looks fun. But...
There's like 6 cars in a row there. You're like, I don't have to walk like you peasants.
I get to run and jump.
I can run across cars. Also, yeah, it turns out jumping between cars is a lot.
Oh, of course it is.
It's
you
like,
never think how big that gap is, but it's a decent gap.
And bonnets aren't that strong either.
No, they're not.
They tend to bend as well.
The boots aren't too bad, though.
But when you jump, yeah, it's a lot of force.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, gravity doesn't help that one.
No, it does not.
No.
But you know,
but what you've got to do is you've actually got to have the line of cars sideways, so that it is a smaller gap between each of them.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
The other thing,
and braced, as I said, braced.
Always. But that's my goal, Kris. If this channel takes off and we end up doing more stuff that we want to do, one day we will do that. I will run across the top of cars while you walk next to me like a peasant.
Recording it as you fail at some point.
Absolutely. On the first one. Straight down between 2 cars.
That camera will be going directly into your face.
the other thing that we used to do was like between GYG and where GYG was and the Roundhouse.
Yeah.
Was like this one spot where there was like this. You had to go down this set of stairs,
yeah.
But it was like the set of stairs went like this way and then curved back on themselves.
Ooh.
One day we were riding skateboards, and one of us forgot that the stairs were there. We were just gonna jump, and so then they jumped. The skateboard went through the thing underneath the rails and just fell onto the stairs. We're like, how does that go to work? It's like, well, I was supposed to go over the rails. Like that was never going to work. You jump like off this high off the ground. The rail was like here, and he's just like, yep. We're just like, oh shit.
Oh, that's hilarious.
We weren't smart.
No.
Oh,
But also, they were.
oh, very. It was hilarious. Like we used to just get in trouble. Like it was fun, but we
Right.
used to just like we do things as like if any of us ever went into politics, it would be like the thing that our political people were pulling up.
Yeah.
This guy once ran down the main uni walk, letting fire extinguishers off in people's faces. It's like, yeah, he was in college. He was a kid. He was a dumb kid.
Yeah.
This guy once ran down the main uni walk carrying 2 fucking lit road flares and running through the crowds of people. Yes, but he was also a dumb kid, and also road flares are incredibly hot. They don't tell you that.
Of course they don't.
Turns out, even the little holding part, you're not supposed to hold them for long.
Oh.
You're supposed to grab them and drop them on the road. We were like, this is bad.
Oh, you dumbass.
Dumbasses.
Oh, yeah, fair point, fair point.
But yeah, no, we would just, yeah. The uni was our playground. Like, the uni was definitely our playground. And we took full advantage of it. And, yeah, we even did billy carts. And that was always good fun.
Yeah.
Because the night was only ever over when security chased us for using the main uni walk as a race course.
Sounds right.
And they'd always try and, like, because there was it was a big hill, right?
Yeah.
Like, there was a big staircase. And so you'd start at the top of the hill, you'd go down next to the staircase, around, so the staircase went through the middle, the road went around. So you come scooting across the staircase where people are, like, stopped. You'd have a few guys there being like, stop, we have a race. We have a race happening. And people are like, other uni students are like, what the actual, oh, this is kind of cool. Is this something done by the university? We're like, nah, private event.
Yep.
And then you get to the bottom and where it flattens out just for a bit and then goes into the second part of the hill. Yeah. The security guards would always stand there and be like, don't you stop there. But that's where we'd push. And so we'd have like 2 big rumpy guys for each team there. And they're like, stop. And then the car's like slowing down because you had to slow down and go through fucking bollards.
Yeah, well, of course.
And the bollards were only far enough apart to just fit our cars through. So many people used to crash there. But, and then you'd have like, the second you got through the bollards, your 2 rugby guys would come start shoving you to get you back up to speed. And the security guys would be like, stop. And like, it's the 2 rugby guys, like, I remember my first time, they're like, stop. The 2 rugby guys stop pushing the car. And he's like, he steps aside and he's like, no, get out of the car. And then they just start pushing. So he stepped down the way. They're like, he's like, oh, no, I said stop. And oh, fuck, then we won. We always won.
Oh, that's good.
Mainly because we didn't stop, but
well, yeah. Mainly because they had to jump out of the way.
Well, that and like it was always the team in last place that the security guards would finally be there and be like, "Stop! Get out of the car!" Like,
yeah, last place was always losing. They never had the chance of getting back up.
no. But you know, we used to do. Like, we always just used to say, "Security, why are you even trying to stop us? You just let it happen, let it go, and everything will be fine."
Everything will be fine.
We take care of it, you know. We stop people and we say, "Oh, this is you're on a race course right now," and they're like, "What?" And then after the race is done, we grab our stuff and we leave.
Everything's taken away. No one's hurt except that one guy that crashed into the bollards.
Oh, even he's not that badly hurt. The big thing was that the billy carts had rules.
Of course.
It was like they must have steering, brakes, and a proper seat.
Okay.
That was it. That was all the rules. Oh, and you couldn't add anything. They couldn't have any extra weight added to them.
Okay, yeah.
So you couldn't like put like fucking 20 kilos on the front to make it go faster.
Hide it underneath.
I thought we should just put like because we also got given money to build them.
Oh,
from our college, our activities committee. And I was like, what we should do is we should use the billy cart from last year, because you also had to always build a new billy cart, so that meant adding at least one new element to it. Yeah. Like, we should just get the billy cart that we won last year in, and then go and buy a case of beer, and then drink the beer, and then put the empty beer box on the front of the billy cart, and say it's a fucking crash, it's a fucking bumper stop.
That's a good one. I like that.
And then, yeah. But yeah, so we made our new one. We made the billy cart. We took the one we had the year before, and we were like, oh, we're gonna upgrade the brakes, because the
Yeah.
brakes weren't very good. So we upgraded the brakes. But
Yeah.
of course, even though we had a bunch of engineers working on it, it was a billy cart. And so the very first time we used the brakes, they broke off completely. And we're like, don't worry, we can fix this. We'll just put 2 more screws in. And so we kind of got there, and Boots, who was a musician, actually, but he'd been like one of the big builders because he was a very handy man.
Fair.
And so him and Rowan had done most of the building. Rowan was our engineer, Boots was our handy guy, and I was there to help.
Okay.
Because otherwise I'd get bored, and they were like, we'd rather you sit here with us while we build it than have you bored walking around with tools.
They have a point.
Well,
They had a point.
They had a good point.
They had a very good point.
So anyway, and Boots was our driver. And we get up to the starting point, and I was the first pusher. And me and Rowan are sitting there with him because Rowan was also there to help push.
Yeah.
And as the 3 main builders on it, we were just like, okay, we know this cart. And as Boots is sitting there, Boots is like, okay, so did we ever fix the brakes? We're like, no, Boots, just don't stop. And just shoved him down the road. He was like, wait, but there's 2 90-degree turns. Just don't stop.
Oh, shit. Bet you's won that yet.
Yeah, we did.
By a long distance?
Actually, surprisingly, yes, we did, because Boots did an amazing job of keeping the car in control without brakes.
Oh, that would have been rough.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. But it was fine because we also had to do like a whole heap of repairs that year because one of the guys who was driving it crashed it into a car on our test drives. He was like driving, and all of a sudden he was just like, okay. Because this classic billy cart had the rope you pull to turn.
Oh, of course.
And for some reason, all of a sudden, as he's going down the hill, he's just like, wonder what happens if I do this? And went slam into the wheel of a car. We're like, okay, did we damage the car? No. Excellent. Did we? Oh, yep, it's crushed under the wheel. And so we had to bring it out and fucking fix the axles.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah,
That
was a rough day for us.
Oh, of course it would have been. Let's be honest.
Yeah. And also the other thing that absolutely ruined it was the fact that I was the first test driver. Because I was like, Darcy, you can be the first test driver. And I was like, oh, sweet. But our first official test drive was right after we broke the brakes and they didn't work anymore.
Oh.
And so we're at the top of this giant hill. They pushed me down and I'm going down. I'm like, yep, this is good. Yep. Oh, shit, we never fixed the brakes. And everyone's like, oh, shit, we never fixed the brakes. Flying down this hill towards a main street that has a bunch of traffic. And I'm like, I need to figure out how to stop now. So I just start swerving down the fucking thing. And they're like, okay, so we can't do any more testing tonight because we don't have brakes. So I was like, no, we don't have brakes.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, fucking good. Good.
That would have been fantastic.
I think I stopped like 2 streets before the main road. I was just like, oh shit.
Oh no.
I was also pretty sure I took off one of my shoes and like threw it into the wheel. And so like someone came running down the street with one of my shoes and was like, here you go. I was like, thank you.
Thank you very much. Didn't help much, but it.
She just gets thrown off to the side. Oh shit.
No.
I'm going at like 40k an hour here.
Oh, dumb move.
That was hilariously funny though.
Oh, would have been.
So like on that same hill, we went and saw Godzilla.
Yeah.
And to go to the movie cinema that we'd go to, you'd have to walk up that hill and then to the next like little town thing.
Yeah.
Randwick Junction.
Yeah.
And on the way back, we found a shopping trolley. So like 4 of us jumped into it, and then we pushed it down the hill and went, oh wait, shopping trolleys don't stop.
Nope. No.
And so we crashed into a gate.
Fucking hell. Lost.
We weren't smart.
No. You're making universities look bad.
I think universities make universities look bad.
No, that's a fair point, yeah.
I think all I'm doing is like pointing out the fact that 19 and 20-year-old guys are the same, whether they're incredibly smart or tradies.
Yeah, true. Fair point.
Whether you go to university, become a tradie, or just work in retail, a 19-year-old guy is a 19-year-old guy. And they will sit there. They'll sit there and be like, oh, this isn't probably the smartest thing to do. And then they'll do it anyway.
No. See, that's where that's the difference.
You know, you are right.
Yeah, it's where they go.
This
isn't very smart, but we'll do it anyway. Is generally what a university student will say. Maybe someone at retail, but not the trade.
Well, I was actually going to say,
let's do this.
Any 18 to 20-year-old man will say that wasn't smart.
Yeah.
They'll never say this isn't, but after they've done it, they'll say, no, that wasn't the smartest thing I've ever done.
Let's do it again.
But I think I figured out what went wrong. I think we can fix it.
We can fix it. We can do it better.
It's like also like whenever we do scavenger hunt,
Yeah.
there was always something like bring the heaviest item you can find. And one year, some guys brought an engine from a car, and we're like, "Where did you get that from?" They're like, "We found it." We're like, "No, but seriously, where did you get that from?" They're like, "We found it." We're like, "Oh, okay." They're just walking down the street with a shopping trolley with an engine in it.
So they won that one.
Yeah. Well, the year after, someone bought a 2-ton concrete ball. And we're just pushing it along. We're like, we can't get it up the stairs, and we're like, no shit.
No shit. But very good representation of that Greek
thing.
Sisyphus, yes.
And then about 2 days later, I was up at campus, and I was like, because they had this concrete sculpture called the Chancellor's Balls.
Yep.
And it was just 6 giant concrete balls that were in a garden. And I'm like, there's only 5 of them.
I know where it came from. That's go.
I was like, so that's where they got it from. And they pushed it all the way down Uni Walk with no one questioning it.
No, that's actually a good point.
What you doing? Not much. What you doing?
What you doing?
Yeah.
Can you give me a hand up this little bit of an incline?
Yeah. Oh mate, it was hilarious.
Oh yeah, no. It
We would our group would always the heaviest thing that we could find was a case of beer, and we'd be like, oh, this is the heaviest thing we could find to the judges, and they're like, that's pretty heavy. Like, help yourself. As long as it's weighed before.
As long as it's weighed before.
And they're like, yeah, we'd always come second in the heaviest.
I wonder why.
Look, second thing I learned from college. When you're doing an event that is judged by a person, they can be bribed.
No, 100%. 100%. Couldn't give you first, because some of them were too obvious that they were heavier.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it works.
Good times. Very good times. That was as I said, I think I have this thing with people here where they're just like, you just go out and you have a few drinks and you get a bit rowdy sometimes. It's like, but you've never been super rowdy. And I'm like, you guys didn't know me when I was in my early to mid 20s.
Where it was super rowdy, yeah.
And I'm like, where I was doing what you guys were doing, but I lived in Sydney and I didn't have. I was surrounded by people my own age, and yes,
yeah.
As I said, the time the time I drunkenly climbed to a 7-story balcony to get into a party.
That seems right, yeah.
It's not my fault. They shouldn't have put it next to a giant thing that looked like a ladder.
Fair point. I'll give you that.
You're gonna have a 7-story balcony. Don't put something that looks like a ladder, even if it's not a ladder, next to it.
Yes. Was it just a bunch of bricks that stuck out just far enough to grab?
It's like a big metal construction thing.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I don't know what. I think it was covering for the air conditioning vents and stuff for the building.
Oh, okay.
And it was just big slats.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was how they put slats and stuff next to over parts of buildings they don't just see.
Yeah.
But still need airflow. It was like that, and I was just like,
oh, okay, yeah. Easy to climb.
Yeah. Really easy.
Yeah.
Nah. The only hard part was the next day when I was looking at it being like, that's incredibly stupid.
Why did I do that?
Why did I do that? And they're like, I don't know. We told you to go to the door. And you're like, I'm at the door. And we're like, okay, we'll come down and get you. Like, no, I'm at the balcony door. We're like, what the fuck? Hello.
Let me in.
What the fuck are you doing out there? Wow, I was told there was a party here.
You know, you could have walked through the front door.
Elevators are for pussies.
I can climb shit. It's fine.
Yep. That's also like I used to like we'd cut across the cricket pitch from uni to where we lived, and it had like a fence like this high. Now sober Darcy would always put one hand over and just swing myself over it.
Of course.
Drunk Darcy would just like fucking vault over it. Like I remember I had McDonald's in my hands, and I just was like, and they're like, we're gonna eat it on the middle of the VG. That was the day I was planning chips.
Yeah, of course.
So I was fucking, and they're like, okay, and like everyone's like giving their maggots to people. I'm like, I don't know if I need to do that. And just like fucking jumped over it. And everyone's like, how the fuck do you do that? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like, but I wouldn't do it sober. That's the thing. And I would never do it sober because I'm like, no, you'll catch my foot and I'll probably break my face.
Exactly.
But drunk does was just like, man, I fucking got this. Guys, don't worry about it.
Done. No, that's fair. That's understandable.
Oh, good times. I hear that they wanted to get rid of that cricket pitch, which is a sad thing because it was such an iconic place. The VG.
Oh, they just had chips growing. Like, what else are they gonna do?
They wanted to put buildings there, and we're just like, but it's the VG. What are we gonna do without the VG?
No,
Village Green.
Yeah. Well, they had to turn it into a greenhouse. How else were the chips gonna grow properly?
Oh, yeah. But that's where we used to do things like the tug of wars and the races and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fucking chariot race on Toga Party night. That was always brilliant.
Oh,
We'd win. We'd win because we didn't have a very Chariot race had two components: the best looking chariot and the fastest chariot. And we were just like, fuck being the best looking.
Yeah.
We make it red.
Yeah, of course.
We get two guys in red in it.
Of course. Yeah.
We make it fast. Put some bike wheels on it. Get some big guys to run it, and fucking be the fastest.
Yeah.
And so like other people, I remember in my first one, someone like made a Joker head chariot.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good until the race started. Like in the parade, it was like, oh yeah, okay, ours is the plainest because it was just like a basket with wheels on it, all painted red and gold. Yeah. We were like, that thing's gonna beat everything. And then the Joker, when the race started, the Joker face fell under the wheels and got crushed.
Oh no!
So it looked like shit afterwards. But the looks were chosen before the race for a reason.
Oh yeah, obviously.
And then Toga Party was just Toga Party after that.
Of course.
And then every year after that, me and my mates would sit there and be like, look at these idiot girls coming out to watch the fucking chariot race on muddy ground in stilettos. And then you'd watch them sink. And you'd take bets and you'd be like, that one there is going to lose both of us. And they would.
Yeah, always.
And we'd just sit there and be like, yep, okay, right here. And then we'd go to Toga Party.
Golden, fair. Makes sense.
But yeah, anyway, that was my time in university. Very formative time for me.
Yes.
And you know, as I said, it was also a very important time for me because like when I came back, I didn't need to get involved in all the stupid Rockhampton shit that like other people my age were doing.
Makes sense.
Then I kind of made better choices than a lot of them, I feel.
It wasn't difficult to do.
Upsettingly so.
Oh yes.
But you know, life goes on. And then, one day I was sitting there and went, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. And then we did. And we've been here for almost 2 years, Kris.
Yeah.
500 odd videos, including the shorts. And as I keep saying, the shorts are a godsend and they will never stop. And to prove that, Kris, this book here contains all of the shorts.
All of them?
That list there is the shorts from the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos.
Jesus Christ.
The crossed out ones are the ones that I've finished. The ones that are not crossed out are the ones that still need to be finished. If you look here, you can actually see how many there fucking are.
Yep. Fucking hell. That's not a small number.
And so we'll keep making the shorts because the shorts get views and the views are good and the views help the channel grow.
That's it.
And the more the shorts get seen, the more our normal videos get seen, and hopefully
the more our channel expands.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so even though it does look crazy because with the way shorts there's 100 videos right there.
Yes.
Technically speaking.
Just shy. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll just keep puttering along, doing them, keep doing them.
That's it.
And yeah, hopefully we'll just keep building that fan base, building that kind of community.
Yeah.
And hopefully one day we can rest on our laurels and be two happy men who do stupid things on the internet for a living.
Yeah, that'd be the way to go.
Like have mustaches.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Well, one of us will at least. We'll see if this happens again.
I do what I like.
Yes.
Plus, I like my smooth cheeks. Oh, they're so nice.
No, they're already rough again.
That's because you got to hit it with the straight razor, my friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
The blade, she cuts deep. Yeah, I nicked my chin when I was shaving.
I'm not surprised.
It's not my fault. It was just so curvy, and
that's generally the problem.
Plus, you know, like the thing with trying to keep a good mustache is you kind of have to shave every day, or at least every 2 days.
Oh yeah,
That way you keep all the stubble down. So it's like if you don't, I might keep this for a couple of weeks. Who knows? Really depends on how many compliments I get. No, I do what I like. But next week, Kris probably will have like a stubble stash.
Yeah,
like stubble beard with a mustache.
More than likely.
It'll be an interesting look. We'll call it like the art teacher on a Friday.
Art teacher on Friday. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, you know, usually on a Monday he has a nice Kris moustache, but come Friday and he's done with the kids, he just has like the fucking stubbly beard.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably what it's gonna be.
Everyone.
Yeah. That's probably where it's gonna be.
But if you think Kris looks good with a moustache, put it in the comments. If he gets like 10 comments saying how good he looks, he will definitely keep it, because that's how Kris rolls. Two people say nice things about him, and he changes his whole style.
That's not how that goes.
And yeah, well, honestly,
yeah,
100 episodes, a big milestone. I think
so.
Probably the biggest and the first milestone we've actually hit. Yeah, other than the 100 subscribers. But I feel like this is slightly less YouTube defined and more us defined.
Yeah,
so I feel like it's a little bit more important.
Because I mean, a year would be one as well.
Yeah,
continuing for a year.
Yeah, but yeah, I think you're right there.
Yes,
that the year was a pretty big milestone.
Yeah,
I think the 3 year will be the bigger milestone, because the year was, as a big milestone as it was for us. Like, we've been doing this for a year, and we'd made quite a bit of growth in that first year. But I think, like, in terms of like the actual reward for that year, they weren't a lot.
No,
like 32 odd subscribers. That first year was definitely a growing period, whereas now is kind of like, we feel like we're in a good place. We feel like our content's actually getting out there and being seen.
That's it.
That's always a big.
Well, it definitely is getting seen.
Yeah, and hopefully you guys are liking it, and hopefully you'll continue to like more of the stuff as we move towards our 3rd year of doing this.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Things that are coming up though, in terms of the channel, there is Halloween week that is only a month away. Well, a month and a half ish, because that's the end of October.
Yeah.
But in terms for us, I've got some games. I've got Kris ready to play, and so hopefully we'll get a couple of hours in the Halloween week of this. But then if you want to see Kris continuing them on, let us know, and I'll sit there and make him play horror games all day. There's no skin off my nose.
You're saying it as if I don't want to play horror games. I don't have a problem with them.
I'm saying it as if you don't want to play games.
Wow.
I'm saying it as if you don't want to do work.
Okay, well, that one's fair.
And then, so we've got a few horror games coming out. I don't actually really have a full plan for Halloween. I've really only got 2 things on my list at the moment.
Yeah.
So if there is any comments out there, if you want us to have a look at anything, let us know.
Yeah.
We'll have a look at it, and we'll see if it's good for us. If it is, we'll do it. But other than that, guys, that kind of does us for the day.
I think so.
We've been going for long enough. Thank you for joining us on this momentous episode, the 100th episode of the podcast. If you have liked it, consider liking, sharing, commenting, or subscribing. If you haven't already, it really does mean a lot to us. If you like Chris's mustache, let him know in the comments. If you think Kris should always have a mustache and he doesn't at all look like a creepy fat guy, also put that in the comments.
Yeah.
And until next time, guys, I've been Darcy. He has been Kris.
Yeah.
And we will catch you right here on the channel.
Yes. So yeah.
You should definitely keep the mustache for work tomorrow.
We'll see. We'll fucking see.
Do it.
Gee.
See you guys.
Yeah.
You don't look too bad yourself, but you need your hair to be just a little bit more 70s detective.
I can't really get it. Feminist detective.
Yeah, but you could, like, you don't have to go like the long 70s detective. You could be like the 70s detective where it's just a little bit curly on top, you know, like starch skin hot train.
I can't actually do that.
And you should. Shall we get started?
Sure.
Hey. Actually, before we do get started, I need a beer.
Fair.
Let me just go grab 2 cans of beer.
Cans. Oh, no. Cans. Yeah, what? What about my water bottle? It's already out. What were you saying about my water bottle?
I said you better get it out. You missed it. Easy.
Already out.
Dunk, 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 dunk. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Fuck. I'm actually going to take these off for pouring purposes.
That's probably.
Oh, man. I can't wait to fucking see everyone tomorrow and Saturday. I'm a 90s detective.
Oh, this is probably coming up tonight.
Such a pussy. Just keep it for a week. Be cool. I think I went overboard.
I think you.
This is why I could never work in a bar. I have no idea how to...
How to pour a beer.
I was going to say give good head, but
Okay, fair point.
it's an important skill for most bartenders, at least from what I can tell.
Well, yeah.
Oh, that is just foam.
Oh, he's getting there.
Mate, you know the ultimate goal?
What's that?
To one day be able to do this with a bar behind us.
That's true.
Beer on tap, Jameson for days.
Oh, that's
We'll put Jameson on tap.
Fuck
Can we do that? We'll find out.
We will test it. I don't think it'll be easy to do though. You generally want a keg to put it on tap. Getting a keg of Jameson might be difficult.
I would like your finest bottle of Jameson in keg form, thank you.
What?
What does that even mean? I'm not sure.
Not sure. But
Hey.
you figure that out.
Look, here's what's gonna happen. I need a keg of this and I need it pronto. And everything else, that's not my problem. I once studied science.
Just once.
Dude, I fucking, I slept until fucking midday today and then I got up and shaved. But I was like sitting there, and let me tell you, right? You want a nice clean shave? Fucking straight razor. Like this is, it's great for the mustache. However, I've never shaved my chin with it before, and I was like, this is a whole lot of curved angles and a very straight blade.
Ooh, yeah, it's a rough one.